found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, good no change. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me light. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder. Without my baby, that me love, that me love. And no dance and sing and nothing, because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Chada, 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 chada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Chada, 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 chada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. Tell me we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under to get under. I know, but your love in my life control that. I laid out my life this way, do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings they come my way, and all the bad things they turn away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Greetings, I did it. Greetings, hey motherfuckers, hey motherfuckers. Hey motherfuckers, hey motherfuckers. Hey motherfuckers, hey motherfuckers. How are y'all doing? What is y'all doing? How your mama doing? Well, all right then. Well, greetings and gratitudes. So yesterday we were supposed to do the horoscopes and the bitch went into the Bible and could not get out of it. But that's okay, because today we're going to do the horoscopes. I have a quick few announcements. So really quickly, again, the Melamart, the one-stop shop, will be up and running very soon. We do have a meeting today, which will be, I think it's Central Time is, ooh, child, look at your text message. Just look at your text message. Everybody that's going to be on Melamart should have your text message. So make sure that you look at that to see what time we're going into the meeting. I will be sending out the links. If you missed last Tuesday's meeting, that's okay. You can come to Thursday, which is today. Today is also for those that will be setting up for your EIN and getting completely legalized on that, and trying to, get everything situated with that. But for those who missed the meeting, you are welcome to come, and we'll briefly go over what is needed and what we discussed Tuesday, because that was my fault. The times were correct on your text, but the time was not correct on your link, which is my fault. So make sure you get to the meeting today, and please be on time so we can get you squared away for whatever it is that you may be needing today. Let me say this because people don't understand what it is to step on somebody else's toes. And again, motherfuckers' feet ain't big enough to step on my toes. But just so I am clear, let me say this. No, I am not the only person that can and will make tarot cards. But if we are a family and you have reached out to me for other things, I would expect for you to reach out for me for other things, TJ, to let me know that you do have a deck of cards coming out as well. I'm not a hater, but I do understand competition, and there isn't any because we're family, so I don't see why you didn't reach out to me. I'm just going to state that to you, my love. You reached out to me about your business cards. You reached out about your t-shirt line, but I didn't see your tarot cards until they were presented to me from someone else. And congratulations to you on that. Now, let me also say this to people. If someone is telling you and you are in sessions, I did not create the deities. I did not come up with the deities. The deities came to me. And when I'm in session and I am giving a reading to people, it is very rare that the deities come into my sessions. They may very rarely come into my sessions and give a message to someone. If someone is doing a reading to you, for you, and they're telling you all of their information is coming directly from the deities, that this deity is saying that deity is saying this, you should ask yourself where your ancestors are, because I work directly with them. And it is very rare that they come into my sessions and give messages to people. Why? Because there is hold on, guys. My daughter's calling me. Great. Yes. Huh? Okay, I'm on the live. I'm doing the horoscopes. I got you though. Okay. All right, love you. All right. Bye. So you have to question yourself and question the person that's doing that session. And ask yourself, how is the deity showing up to this person when they very rarely show up to me in my sessions and I work with them firsthand? You have to start to look at these things and ask yourself these questions. Child, my child wants some money. Let me send her something real quick. Let me put up my banners to go across the screen. We are going to get the March horoscopes taken care of, child. We is late and behind, and I know it, but that is just fine. All right, hold on. I'm almost done. I'm trying to send this girl a couple dollars, child. I hope everybody day is going well. Again, the get day is your first line of defense because they're going to take care of things that you may not want to take care of. They are going to do some of that dark action that you don't want taken care of, but they are also still, very, very good. They're still very, very positive beings. Okay. And then you also have, your ancestors, which is your second line of defense. They are going to keep you shielded, covered, and protected from north, east, south, and west. And you should call upon them. They should be the ones that are in your session speaking to you, that you are receiving info from. Okay. So spirit will speak. Definitely spirit will speak. But your information should be coming from your ancestors. So if somebody is telling you that your information is coming from somewhere else, if it's coming directly from them or if it's coming directly from the deities, you should run. You should just do that, because your information should be coming from the ancestors, which is exalted through the soul and the spirit. Now, sometimes the message is so deep that the ancestors will step back and the spirit will speak in unison, meaning the spirit is speaking itself. And so I have to say that I see GMOs around this motherfucker all the time. A genetically modified organism that believe that they are me, and they are not. So let's get into the horoscopes. Now, I said, I was going to play this song for you real quick, just so you will have it, so we can listen to it as we go into our horoscopes. And we just going to play a little bit. We ain't going to even play it all. We ain't going to play it all. Because that's how my petty is set up. Let's go. Hey, we about to do the horoscopes. That's the way it was. Naturally, I did not know it was love. Hey, let's go. Raise your frequency. Go. Hey. Oh, long. Raise your frequency, people. Song. Hey. One. Last forever. Nobody does it better. Hey. Thank you. Yeah. All right, motherfuckers. Ding, 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 ding. All right. We are getting ready to go into March 2023 horoscopes. We are starting off with the Sagittarius. Let's give gratitude to the soul and the spirit, Mother Adina and Yehuda. Let's go ahead and say our prayer real quick. Let's exalt ourselves high into the soul, into the spirit's frequency and energy, so we can tap in fully. Let's get this messages going. All right, gratitude, greetings, Yehuda. All right, grandmother, yes. All right, Saggies. Right off the bat, Sagittarius, I feel like there are going to be two incidents that come about between now and maybe the second week in April. So there's two incidents that we're looking at to come to pass. And they may be losses, and that could be monetary, it could be physical. But there are going to be some things that are going to take place, two incidents. But let me say, you will survive. You will be okay. Whatever this is, you're going to be all right walking through this. But you have to understand, you're going to be okay and walk through this. Okay. Spirit says there's time for you to show reverence, not only for yourself, but show reverence for the spirit, because some great things are getting ready to take place as well, Sagittarius. You're going to be receiving some answers to some questions, or some justification to some things that may have happened. And now that you're receiving these things, you need to show gratitude and reverence for it, because it's going to be all right. This is going to be a month of growth, like mental and emotional growth. There's going to be some separation things, like you're going to be removing yourself from some things too, Sagittarius. Yeah, you're going to be removing yourself from some things and stepping back
from some things or some situations. It is almost like you're showing reverence to yourself and to the spirit and soul, or whatever your faith of belief is. It's about showing reverence to that faith, um, and finding yourself. It's almost like Sagittarius, you're going to be stepping back from things because shadow work is going to take you into the month of April. And that's going to be something to talk about next month as well. But this shadow work, Sagittarius, you're going to have to look at some shit. Like right now, it's about you really, really getting real with yourself. Like no more hiding, throwing rocks, hiding your hand. No more playing the games. Like Sagittarius, it's about you getting real, real, and showing up to yourself as you expect everybody else to show up to you. You need a great belief system of knowing, like not trying to convince yourself, Sagittarius. You need to know it. And this month, Spirit is going to have you know it, honey. You're going to know it. You're going to be tested in your strength. You're going to be able to see how strong you are. You're going to be able to see who's in your corner for real, for real. It's water bearer energy. Um, mm. I think we're still in the frequency of the full moon or whatever that is. We're still in the frequency energy of that. So manifest what you want, Sagittarius. Like bring that shit to the forefront. Let's look at your finances. Um, it seems like they are or may go down a bit but come back up in the month of April and May. But like right now, this is going to be an opportunity for you to manifest and bring forth some things. You're gonna have to tell the truth about some shit too. I don't know what that is, but it's about like telling the truth either to yourself, Sagittarius, or telling the truth to someone. Like it's about showing up. Say, for example, if you don't like how your mother treats your children when they come to her house, this is a month of you gonna have to say that shit, because either something is gonna happen that's gonna push you into that, or you're just going to have to stand up and make that sacrifice to say that. Like you're going to have to be honest. Honesty is going to be for you, Sagittarius, this month, going into the first and second week in April. Honestly, let's look at the singles. mm, it feels like there's some debating about, dealing with someone or dealing with some people, like really unsure. It's like you're questioning whether you want to be in relationships. I almost feel like that is for those that are in relationships too, because it's a lot of questioning self, and that could be some of the shadow work that's taking place, because it's about questioning yourself. Do I want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be by myself? Do I want to cut my hair? Like, what do I want to do? Like, it's a transitional period for you. And yeah, this is going to be good, but it's about you just standing up and being honest to self. Honestly, yeah. These incidents that will be happening, it feels again like there's two of them, Sagittarius, but you're going to walk through them as long as you keep your head about you, your wits about you. You're going to be just fine. Now, this is kind of a personal, because I feel like this is to either a specific Sagittarius. In this Sagittarius, you may also have some Libra or something in your chart, because someone is like sabotaging you, or someone is doing something to your car. Like, how did my car keep getting a nail in it? Because somebody's putting it in there. Like somebody is sabotaging you. I don't know if that's just at work or with your vehicle. Like somebody is sabotaging you, Sagittarius. Whoever the Sagittarius is, they may connect to the Libra. They also may connect to the D name, like Damon or Derek or whatever that is. Like somebody is sabotaging you, my love. And that could be speaking badly on your name in hopes that somebody, doesn't see you correctly, or somebody is doing something to your vehicle. Okay. We're still on the first sign. I haven't done any other zodiac but this one. Okay. All right. Everybody needs to be doing some moon work. Okay. Some moon work. Yes. Come on, Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, it feels like it's two trips that's coming up for you. Like you're going to be going somewhere. It feels like two separate things you're going to be doing. Um, Ooh, child, it feels like for the next 3 to 4 months, it's about you getting real with yourself too. I just can't understand it. Virgo. Um, Now, some of the Virgos we need to look at because it's something, I don't know if somebody has discovered like you have a bump, a boil, a mole, or something on the back or the back butt, or it's something I keep seeing. And that may be, again, for someone that's very specific, but it is something about like a boil or bump or some sort of scarring that's towards the back or on the butt area. Um, Now, for some of the Virgos, and again, I don't feel like it's every Virgo, but I feel like it is some Virgos. Like, stop putting yourself in weird or dangerous situations or positions. Um, like you're not committing fully to something in your life or committing fully to some decisions that you're making, but it keeps putting you in a very bad or dangerous position without you may not even knowing it. Virgo, do you understand? Like you have to commit to something. Like it's about you committing and really reviewing your choices, step fully. Mm, it's like you keep stepping into the fire. Spirit says step out of the fire, Virgo. Put your foot into the ashes, cool yourself off, because you are putting yourself in some sort of weird position because you're just not trusting yourself to live fully in the divine ship, which is you. It's almost like you keep depending, you keep crawling like back into situations you should not be. It's putting you in very weird positions. You need to knock it the fuck off. Like, I don't know if some of the Virgos are calling people to ask their opinion. Do I need to do this? What should I be doing? Should I put my money here? Should I put my money there? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop getting validation from other people. You know exactly what this is, you know exactly what you're doing. Stop putting yourself in these weird or dangerous positions. I don't understand that, but the spirit keeps saying something about the galaxy is turning in your favor. You need to take full advantage of it because what it feels like if you keep repeating this cycle, what keeps being avoided for you is going to show up on your fucking doorstep, bro. For example, if there is a Virgo that is dating a married man and you know this and you are aware that he is married, at some point, ma'am, that wife is going to show up at your doorstep. And I hope you can fight. I hope you can fight it. Like, because you keep putting yourself in very weird or compromising positions that is not really good for you. It's not where you're trying to go to. And you keep throwing your career goals or whatever that is to the back burner. If you are supposed to be starting a respite program, or if you are supposed to be like writing that book, or if you're supposed to be starting your like, oh girl, I'm gonna open up me a hair salon, then I don't know why the fuck you ain't did it yet, because you keep chasing other shit that is not good for you, Virgo. Knock it the fuck off. You keep putting the important shit on the back burner for what? What are you waiting for? Because time is passing you by. And then you calling people to validate, and they almost getting sick of your shit. Ooh, wee. Some of you are supposed to be getting the car or getting the car fixed. And so, whatever that is, like, go ahead and do that. If you procrastinate, it is probably going to take you another 2 to 3 months to take care of the car situation. Like, if you procrastinate, or if you're dependent on someone else or other people, it's probably going to take you like 2 or 3 months to get this car, get it fixed. And I feel like some of you Virgos like really need the brakes or the wheels realigned or some shit. Like, you really need, that to be taken care of. Okay. Let's look at the finances. It feels like the finances for some of the Virgos are like at a standstill, kind of stable, not really what you want, but it could be better, but it's not like in a decrease right now. It doesn't feel like, because I feel like you're trying to save or wanting to save, but it may not be functionally working, but it's not really fucked up the way it really has been or could be. But like right now, you are in a period of saving, Virgo. You need to be stacking your coins. Oh, I need to call my sister because I got an opportunity for her. I need to talk to her. Okay. Let's look at the singles. The crazy part is, excuse me, I don't know if the Virgos know that they single. I don't know if some of the Virgos know that they single. Like, some of the men out here are completely insane. They saying they single, but you are not single, sir, because you are still sleeping in someone's house where you feel like that is your home. Okay. Don't worry, your funds will be coming up. It's going to be coming up because there's some opportunities that's going to be coming up. But I feel like your funds are never right. Let me address it. I feel like your funds are never right because you're never putting yourself first, Virgo. It's like you keep putting everything before you. You're putting your businesses to the back burner. You may start a job or you're working a job, but you're never putting forth the effort to make them grow. You got to water that tree. Don't listen to people say money don't grow on trees. Shit. I know a lot of trees with family trees and growth trees, business trees, tree links. Like, you got to grow it. Grow the money, grow the business. Stop putting yourself to the back burner. Actually step fully into your own life, Virgo. But some of these Virgos out here don't know that they single, and it ain't just the men, it's some of the women too. Like, y'all are out here running amok, Virgo, just doing this and that, and knowing that you're in relationships, knowing you ain't in relationships, but still mess with people that is in relationships. Like, it is a lot that's happening. I feel like you need balance. You need some mayat. You need some balance in your life. I feel like you need to figure out where you're needing and wanting to go, because it's almost like each month you're wanting to do this, but you're never fully committing to it, Virgo. How about take the next 3 to 4 weeks and commit to something and see what that's like for you to be able to stay fully committed to it. Now, there's a few of the Virgos that I pick up on that feels like your businesses are getting ready to do well or are doing well. And it feels like you're kind of in that mode of like cutting everyone out, where you may need to let some people into your space of existence. But sometimes businesses grow like that. Sometimes, your pockets grow, but it doesn't feel like it's for a lot of the Virgos. It feels like it's very minor. If you stay out of people's business and your children business and stop, focusing on, the wrong things sometimes, Virgo, that's how you get into it, All right. Capricorn. Spirit says, sing it again. Ain't nobody does it better. Capricorn. Spirit said, you made a wish and your wish is going to show up in real time. But do you know what you wish for? Because sometimes we done said, I wish a nigga would. So you got to know what it is that you're asking the spirit for. So whatever you're asking for, your manifestation is coming to your table. Be prepared for it. Don't run away from it. If you have asked for something, Capricorn, but you did not fully prepare your table for it, if you have set up your child's little bitty plastic table with the legs are rocky, and then you didn't ask for somebody to bring you a full course meal and put it on there with dessert and everything, your table might collapse because you were never prepared for what you have asked for. Capricorn, prepare yourself for the greatness that is you. Prepare yourself for what you have asked for. Prepare it, even if you have asked for, please, Spirit, please, whoever you are praying to, show me, because I can't take it. My mind can't rest. I need to know. Please be ready to know. Please be ready to fucking know, because you have asked for it. Doesn't mean you won't be able to, pick the table up and put the shit back together. It just means you weren't fully prepared for the greatness or whatever answers you asked for, and it is coming. Gratitude to the soul and to the spirit, Capricorn. You're going to be receiving some sort of information or news about a job, or somebody is pressuring you about a job or pressuring you about coming into some sort of working merger or a business. Like somebody wants you to work. I don't know, even if that's the DHF. This DHS is asking, like, hey, did you go and do those work release programs? Did you go fill them papers out? Like, you're getting ready to receive pressure about a work situation from somewhere, Capricorn. And whatever that is, even if you are in a relationship and he's like, I thought you was going to go get a job, and you're like, I am a stay-at-home wife. Listen, you're going to be receiving some sort of pressure about a work situation. Prepare yourself for it. Bye, Anita. Capricorn, they say for you not to lose your grip, but to steadfast. Okay, like it's a heavy test coming, and it doesn't mean that a test is bad. It just means that you have some situations that's getting ready to come up for you, and it is okay. You can get through it. You just got to steadfast, Capricorn. For some reason, Capricorn, Spirit says it may do you well to wear the color blue for the next few days, and just see how you can pull in some healthier and more vivacious energy. So let's look at wearing the color blue for the next few days, Capricorn. I don't care what kind of blue it is, but wear some blue to pull in some energy. Also, Capricorn, it feels like you're going to, and maybe that's also what's coming to the table that's going to be heavy. Like you're going to receive the truth about something. Like I'm telling you, like maybe that's what you've been asking for. I need to know. I need to know. You're going to receive the truth about something. So wear that blue, pull in that energy, call on whatever faith base you recognize, and actually steadfast and stand your ground on some of these situations, because some things are going to be kind of heavy. Let's look at the money. Right now, it feels like, Capricorn, money is fleeting in a sense, because it feels like you're pouring it back into yourself or pouring it back into business. Like it's not that it's not coming in, but it feels like we're investing, or we're getting inventory, or I have to make sure all of the bills are paid, and the bills are paid, so everything is met. So it's not like you're hurting. It just feels like I've done now what I needed to do. But keep doing it, because your funds are going to increase. And it may not increase the way you want until maybe like June, July, and that could be for the Virgos as well, because I keep hearing say that to the Virgo. So I have to say that to the Virgo too. Like, it looked like Virgos, your increase maybe around June or July, could be August as well, right for your birthdays. So I'm gonna say that as well. All right. So my loves, let's look at Capricorn singles and relationships, please. Capricorns, for the singles, it seems like you're feeling good about just kind of, diving into single life for some of you, because you're coming in newly to your single status. And some of you are just having a good time being single. It feels like I keep seeing smiles like, okay, now what do I want to do? It feels like Capricorn is growing into the single status, but it feels like when you see the sunshine, it makes you happy, and it makes you want to um, get out there. I feel like some of you have lost weight, and you're feeling yourself, and you kind of want to dive into the game fully. But let me say this: keep your wits about you. Please don't jump into nothing head first and just, oh, girl, we had a great conversation for the last 3 hours. I think that is my one. Don't do that. Ooh, Capricorn and Scorpio, I promise. And some of the Cancer and the Libras too. Um, Pisces, absolutely. Um, Let love build, let love grow. Now, for some of the Capricorns that are in relationships, I feel like you're on another go round. Like, okay, I wanted to leave, but now let me see. Oh, it seems like things are going okay right now. We're trying to rebuild. Communication is still kind of off, but we're trying to see why it's off. Like, it just feels like we're in that space for those that girl, Tangi, please. For those that are in relationships that are Capricorns, but some of the Capricorns that are in relationships, you need to make your mind up. Ooh, because some of you can be very selfish. Like, don't know if I want to be in this relationship, but I am in this relationship. But I want you to know that you want to be in this relationship with me and prove that to me. But you're really kind of tired of being in it, so you're kind of really doing whatever it is you want to do, but I need you to prove to me that you want to be with me. Knock it the fuck off. Like, for real. Knock it off. Like, figure out what it is that you're wanting to do, Capricorn, because you're acting the fuck out of crazy. Commit to something, Capricorn. Pisces. Well, we already kind of heard what some of the Pisces is up to. I don't know why I can't never spell Pisces correct. I don't even know. Okay, Pisces. Spirit says, take your time. Take your time, do it right. You can do it, Pisces. Do it tonight. Take your time. Like, y'all kind of jumping the gun, or you have jumped the gun on something, or you're putting the cart before the horse, Pisces. Like, really take your time and weigh your options out, weigh your decisions. Think about what it is that you're wanting to do. Oh, we got to get right into it with the Pisces, because some of you got people around you that are not good for you, and that may be why you're jumping into shit that you are not looking fully at, because you may be jumping into situations, relationships, and friendships with people that are not genuine to you. So many situations are not good for you. You need to pay attention to what you're signing, to what you're doing, to what you're agreeing to. Because, we ain't just talking about, like, I said, I'm going to take you to the grocery store. That ain't what it feel like, child. It feel like, like you're committing to something, or yeah, I drive with you out of town, but I don't really want to go out of town. I don't really want to drive with you. Like, don't commit yourself to things. Spirit says there's some sort of gray area there. I want to understand what that means. Huh. First of all, I keep hearing Davianite, so I know Davianite and Squipplish is upon me. They are heavily right now upon me, and it could be because we're talking to the Pisces, Squipplish and Davianite. Okay. It just feels like there's something about losing, like, your focus or losing your grip. Some of you are trying to hold tight on to some things as well that you need to be letting go of. And that also could be a reason why you're not completely focused. It's almost like you're being, for lack of a better word, selfish. Because you want something, or you're not allowing yourself to fully grow into who you are so you can go out there and get it. It is so very weird, because I feel like, if I have to give a hypothetical example of what I'm saying to you, Pisces, um, it's almost like what I just said with the Capricorn, but I don't want to give that same example. But Pisces, if you have a roommate or a spouse and y'all are splitting the bills, and you already know that this person would be there for you if they were not working, if you were not working, and that person is not working, it feels like, I don't know if that's the best example I should give. Shit. Like, be true to what you would expect to be true to you. Like, because it feels like there's a selfishness here, Pisces. It feels like you're expecting more than what you are giving. You're expecting more than what you are giving to people or to a situation, Pisces. I don't give a shit if you live alone. You're being selfish about something because you're not seeing it. And that tells me everything I need to know, because you're not seeing something that you are enacted in. That tells me everything I need to know. Side note, I did horoscopes like 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. Like, it wasn't February, it might have been January. And one of our cousins said, that wasn't me. That's not me. It must be the November Scorpios. You know what happened? And I hope she's on here to validate what I'm saying, because not even 2 weeks later, she actually called my phone, very upset that her and her spouse was going through something. And I said, but you said that wasn't you. You made the comment in my chat that I wasn't talking to you. She said, I know. That's why it's so crazy. That's why I'm calling you. I don't care if you live alone, ma'am. There is something you are not seeing. You are making an agreement to something. There is something you are not focused on. There's something you're missing or being selfish about. And that's may not hit for every Pisces. You understand me? That may not hit for every Pisces. But I love to see y'all when y'all do that in my chat, because a lot of you hit me back and let me know that I'm correct. Gratitude. It also feels like there's going to be some situation for the Pisces where you are going to have to take a trip, or someone from out of town is going to reach out to you, where it is going to be a situation where you may have to sign some papers, or you're going to have to take a trip for some reason, because it feels like someone from out of town is going to reach out to you. I want the Pisces to start to really just look at every situation and focus, because I feel like some of you have let people into your circle of being friends, and it's not truly a good friendship, and you're missing some things. And, you know, even if you're going out here to buy a car, I feel like you're not really looking at what the car is. You're not really looking at it. Like, a few Pisces are missing some key elements, some key pieces that can set you back, because you may put your money into this car because you want to go buy this car and don't know, and it is now busted a head gasket, and now it's not working properly, and you're going to have to put more money or get another vehicle, because you were missing some key factors and elements. I just have to point this out, because if you not paying attention, Pisces, that shit is gonna come back and haunt you. Now, reason why I'm tying it all in with the selfishness, because it feels like um your boyfriend has been letting you drive his car. Let me say this for hypothetical. I'll use this. Your boyfriend has been letting you, or your girlfriend has been letting you drive the car, and now you have done something where, oh, she needs some help, or he needs some help with this particular car payment. Like, bitch, I'm not going to help you with that. I'm going to just go and get my own car, because now they've told you, oh, hypothetically, you can't drive my car again until you help me with the car payment. But because you don't want to help with this car payment, you now go out there and run and go and get you a car, and you have gotten the worst car on the fucking lot because you were not paying attention. I want you to pay attention to how you're showing up, Pisces, what you're doing. Stay focused. Don't make and go into the wrong decision. Don't be selfish. Sometimes being selfish will lead you down the wrong path, because you're moving so quick to make a point that you have moved in the wrong direction, period. Let's okay, gratitude, Danny. Let's look at your finances. Spirit said let's not. Let's look at your finances. No, your finances are growing, but you may have a situation where it's going to cost you some money, you know. But I don't feel like they're because they actually feel like you're moving pretty good in the career or work area. You may have some things coming up where it's going to get you some money. Yeah, so it feels like Pisces money is not really in a bad space, like it's coming up, much like the Scorpio, the Taurus, the Cancer, Libra, gang, okay, coming up, not where it should be, Libra. Okay, heard you. um Aquarius as well. Like, yes, we're going to be looking at some good finances coming up. Situations of love for the Pisces, singles. It feels like the Pisces that are singles is going to be like dating, not dating, dating, not dating. Hold on, please. Stop it. I hear you. I know you're here. Just give me a minute. Let me finish the Pisces. Um, dating, child. I don't know if this is my brother or who this is. They were shot in their head, child. Somebody was shot in their head, child. And they is connected to somebody on here, and they keep wanting me to know that they are on here. I don't know if they did it to themselves or if this is a murder, but child. But there's also a D name that's connected to this person. My gosh. This is horoscopes. This is not a walk with God. My God. So somebody's people, a person that you was really hoping that you would connect with, and just hoping that somehow, they would come, and they are here. Okay. I don't know where the D name would connect with this person, but there is a D name that connects with this person. I don't know if that's their name or if it's your name or if it's connected to someone. Good grief, Charlie Brown. You say, my brother, his name is David. He was murdered, shot in the head. That is the name that I keep hearing is David over and over. It has gotten on my fucking nerves, bro. Just please know that whoever this is all right, okay? It's okay. It's okay. All right, Pisces. It's something about the living room, child. I don't know about the living room. I don't know what the living room is, but I need to say something about the living room. Now, do you mind? Can I complete? I still got quite a few. Shit. Let me burn some damn sage. Pisces, I see that you're going to be dating. You got a few dates coming up. It don't feel like it's nothing that's serious. But my love relationships are Pisces that are in love relationships. Let's look at that. Ooh. Okay. All right. So Pisces in a love relationship. I feel like some of you are trying your spouse's patience or they're trying your patience. And it feels like you're just kind of being tested, Pisces, with your patience. Like you're going to have to really like learn to learn to work together, because I kind of feel like that's the issue. Not that you need to leave your relationship or nothing like that. It just feels like y'all have to learn to work together, on a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily just mean only communication is off. Of course communication is off, but it feels like you're not willing to bend or budge on some things, Pisces, and you need to. Okay. Whew, child. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. My name is Tita. Scorpio, I'm super cool. Scorpio, you mess with me. Scorpio, then you a fool. Scorpio, okay, let's go. Mm. Spirit says bending over backwards, touching your toes never served anyone, Scorpio. Why would you be doing that? Why would you be doing that, Scorpio? It's almost like you are going over and beyond for the sake of other people or doing things for other people, but you're having a hard time focusing on you and what you want to do when you were just in a good space of being focused, and now you're thrown off again. It's almost like the smallest shit can throw you off, Scorpio. Bending over backwards, touching your toes. Tell me how the fuck that worked. See? It's almost like, Scorpio, you get caught in in a mind tunnel, like you only seeing through this tunnel vision. And so because you're seeing through tunnel vision, um listen, hold on, Yehuda, if they keep doing it, we're going to have to end the horoscopes, because I need to focus. I'm trying to hear y'all. Gratitude, Yehuda. So loving. Scorpio, like I feel like some of you are so worried about the dating life and or your love relationships that you're not really applying yourself and focusing, because you're getting focused and then you're unfocused. You're getting focused and then you're unfocused. And it's like, why are you bending over backwards for certain situations that are hindering the process of where you're trying to go, Scorpio? It's like all of these distractions. You're getting distracted from here and here and here. You're telling yourself you're not going to be angry this much anymore, but you're still finding yourself angry. As soon as the test comes, you're failing it left and right. Touche. Shit. Touche. You're not giving yourself the grace to just be your greatest self. Like, this is where you need to be for the next 3 to 4 weeks. You need to be trying to give yourself some grace and figure out what the fuck that looks like, Scorpio, because you're acting the fuck out of crazy. Like, everybody, everything, everyone doesn't need your attention. Like, shit, learn to sit in the house a little bit. Learn not to answer your phone a little bit. Just because you're in the house don't mean you got to lay down. You could be up doing things in the house. I'm going to take that word. Also, Scorpio, I feel like we getting the business, Scorpio. I feel like we are getting chastised, because the spirit says, stop putting the blame on other things that has nothing. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to stop calling your people in here. I need you to stop it, please. I'm starting to feel pains everywhere. Please stop. This is not a walk with crime. You can submit that. Ooh. I'm telling you, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the horoscopes, bro. I have to keep refocusing, bro. Stop it. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, you guys. Okay, I'm so sorry, man. I honestly don't care what your name is. I want you to get out of my living room. I mean, right now. What do you mean, can you come back later? I want you to get out of my living room right now. Right now. I don't care who blue is or what blue mean. If that's somebody's name, I don't give a shit. I want you to get out of my living room right now. Okay. Oh, okay. The thing is, he keeps saying, where is Mordecai, period? He keeps saying that to say blue, and he keeps saying, but you let David talk, and he keeps saying blue, but can I come back later? So yes, you can come back later. It has to be way later, because I have readings later on tonight from the list. So it has to be way later. I gotta listen, way later, honey. I don't even know. Okay, Scorpio, please, let's focus. And Yehuda's keeping the gate. You know what I mean? He keeps saying he apologized. They're like coming in. You know, Yehuda just loves them. I think he does it on purpose. Okay, Scorpio. It's about you rediscovering your drive, Scorpio, and actually, allowing yourself, stop focusing so much of having someone in your life, dealing with someone, being in a relationship, especially when you're not putting yourself, please close the gate, Yehuda. When you're not focusing on yourself, You're asking for the spirit, the energy to move and bring someone into your space, but you're not even focusing, because if the spirit brought somebody into your space right now, it would completely distract you and throw everything else off, because you have not mastered functioning and focusing. You're not focusing. She said she right with a blue mark. Probably shit. And that would just throw you off if you would just like get yourself in a good space for the next 2 or 3 months, Scorpio, and really stay focused, so that when that energy moves and someone comes into your space of existence, it doesn't throw you off. You keep getting thrown off. Some of the Scorpios are going to be moving like you're planning on the move. You're in that space because you're always kind of flighty, want to get up and move. I think I'm gonna just go on and move. Like, okay, girl. But some of you are planning, wanting to, or getting ready to move. But make sure that you have things in alignment before you do that. Okay. Like making sure that you have the truck and everything that you need and whatever that is. Okay. You said Blue is my ex homeboy name. I figured it was somebody's name because he didn't get on my fucking nerves. I'm telling you. But making sure you have the truck or whatever that is lined up, because what it feels like is like the day of, you think you're going to be able to get a truck and there's no trucks available, but you should have had it booked or reserved already. Okay. Let's look at the finances. It kind of feel like a wave, but it feels like they're going to be coming up, and they are coming up. It feels like you got a few things lined up, planned, where your money is growing, because it feels like, say for example, it's going up and then you have to spend, but it don't feel like it's empty in your bank account. It's still keeping you at a good level inside of your money space. And then you get some more money, and then excuse me, you got to pay something else. It just feels like it's coming up, but it's like we still have some expenses. And it could be like the other zodiac where you're reinvesting in yourself as well. So it's not such a bad thing, but I do feel like some of you have some things lined up where it's going to help your pockets come up greatly. Okay. I already talked to the ones that are single, but the ones that are in their love relationships, some of you need to still be quiet. We have to say that each month, but it feels like a lot of you are really learning um, how to address a situation and how to speak about your feelings without feeling like in every time you speak about your feelings or how you feel speaking to your spouse, it's not a blow up. It doesn't feel like it's a necessary get the fuck out. No, I'm leaving. Let me pack my shit. Like, you have to learn how to control your temper, Scorpio, when you're in a relationship, as the ones that are in love relationships. Because it's almost like there's no gray area. Either you're really submissive or you're over the top aggressive. Like, we have to learn how to focus that energy. And I feel like some of you are in the process of learning how to communicate correctly and healthily with your spouses, to where it doesn't like demean your spouse. And so you are learning, you're doing well. Aquarius. It feels like some of the Aquarius are all over the place. Like, I'm happy, but I'm sad. I'm happy, but I'm not sad. But I'm happy, but I ain't really happy. But I could be happier. You know what I'm saying? I'm angry. I ain't really angry. I'm happy. I'm working, but this job getting on my fucking nerves. But I love to work. I'm so glad. Like, you feel like you're all over the place. Okay, Aquarius. For some reason, the spirit says, don't shoot the messenger. If someone is telling you something, maybe it's something that you need to know. Maybe it's something you need to hear. So don't get so upset if somebody is trying to pull your coattail on someone or something. Okay. Just start to hear the message that is coming, because I don't know, maybe you guys are not receiving what the spirit and your ancestors are sending to you, and what's trying to be given to you. Some of the Aquariuses are wanting to be in this is addressing some of the singles. You're wanting to be in, okay, well, okay, with some singles and those in a relationship. So Aquariuses, period. You're wanting to be love or feel love, but it's almost a weepy, needy, clingy kind of thing. Like you're going in your head too much too soon. Like right now, it shouldn't even be that serious or that deep, whatever that is, because whatever the situation is, Aquarius, like learn to control your emotions. You got to learn to control them, because it just feels like, well, what do you mean you don't like going to the grocery store with me? But I thought that's something we do as a couple. Like, shut the fuck up, knock it off. They just don't want to go to the grocery store. Why are you taking it that deep, Aquarius? Like, learn to control your emotions. Don't shoot the messenger, just hear what is being said. Now, I feel like I'm speaking to someone that's very specific, because there's an Aquarius that may have some connection to some sort of Sagittarius inside of the chart. So Aquarius that has some sort of Sagittarius or Scorpio inside of the chart. Like one of you are talking about doing some sort of movie or some sort of film, or wanting to do some sort of broadcast, whether that's on YouTube or you're thinking about starting some sort of channel. Like right now, Spirit and Soul says this is the time for you to do it. But also don't look forward to, other people sharing in the wait, sharing in like the greatness of your own dream, you know what I mean? So whatever that is, like don't think that you have to have everybody happy for your dream. As long as you're happy with it, you know what I'm saying, that's okay. So do whatever it is you're wanting to do, because it feels like some of you Aquariuses have people gaslighting you about your dreams, or like they're gaslighting you about like what you're trying to connect with them on or talk to them about, or being open. Know when you're being gaslit as well. It almost feels like the very people you want to be happy with you is still like, what can you do for me? Can you do this for me? Can you do this or that? So, you know what I'm saying? Look truly at what's being asked of you, and look truly at how you're showing up to people. Don't present your money first. Don't present what you can do to someone or for someone first. And can we talk about that really, really briefly? I need to say this because sometimes I have to say this, Aquarius. If you are orally or sexually pleasing someone and you feel like you are giving them you are giving them the ganache, you are giving them the business. And then when it is your turn, it is either non-existent or they are putting in half the effort. That is not their fault. That is your fault, because nobody told you to give them the red light special when you know how they're going to show up to you. You have to start looking at how you are showing up to people and what you're expecting back from people. So if somebody's only giving you the basic plan inside of the bed or inside of the relationship or friendship, you give them the same plan back, or you change your plan altogether. You cancel your plan, period. Because the shit is weepy. I just don't know why you ain't eat my pussy way. I'm sucking your dick. Like, shut up. Knock the fuck off. Knock it off. That's why. Maybe if you tell them to do you first, you'll get the same in return. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying. Let's look at your finances. All right. You got some good finances coming. You're on a good upswing. You're on a good upswing. Some of you got some business adventures that's getting ready to take off, or like you're getting ready to start a new job that is something that you've been looking forward to, that you've been wanting to do. Yes. Hold your money. Start to save your money up. I don't know if it's more than one person that's like trying to start some sort of trucking company, trucking business, a food truck, but it's like save your money up so you can do this. Start to put this into, because somebody wants to start a food truck too, or some sort of trucking company. Put your business where it counts. Put your money where it counts, which is in your business. So instead of giving people your money, put your money, return it back into your pocket. Okay. And two, in Aquarius, um, wait a minute. Is somebody's birthday today whose dad is crossed? Is somebody's birthday today whose dad is crossed? Because somebody's father keeps saying, please tell them happy birthday. It's their birthday. So I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. Was it yesterday? Like somebody's dad is crossed and they keep saying, tell him happy birthday. Please tell him happy birthday. So let me say happy birthday to you from your father, whose ever birthday is like today or was yesterday or whatever that is. Okay. Um, Happy birthday. Okay. So now for real quick, let's finish out the Aquariuses for those that are in love relationships. I kind of need to say, like, some of you need to relax because you're being very bossy, or you're being very like aggressive, or you're being like you're being disingenuous to the relationship, because you kind of feel a certain way and you feel like that person don't know, or you feel like you have to step up and I run this house, like whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being the boss. Stop being the boss. We have to tell it to the Scorpio, but we're having to tell it to the Aquarius today. Okay. Yeah, you're not the boss inside the relationship. Knock it off before you be crying and weepy and shit. Taurus. Spirit says building your foundation doesn't hurt. So why are you constantly crying about building your foundation? Like, be happy about it, Taurus. And I feel like it's like you finally got into like esthetician school, but now you're complaining that you got to get up at this time and be at school. Like, it doesn't hurt, Taurus. Be happy about it. You finally getting ready to get married, but now you're kind of complaining about all of the plans and how people showing up to you. Like, just enjoy the process. Just enjoy the process of planning and being and enjoying the growth of where you are right now. Like, don't make it more complex either than it has to be. I feel like some of the Tauruses are in a good space, like you're growing mentally, where you're starting to see things for what it is, where your judgment or your mind might have been a little clouded. Okay. Like you may have had some clouds over you where you just weren't seeing things correctly, but now it's almost like somebody has pulled the wool all up off your eyes and you're seeing for the first time, like, oh my God, that is this. You mean to tell me that we've been lied to all this time? You are kidding me. No, girl. Like, seriously. It's like you're seeing things for the first time, or you had braces on your legs all your life and they taking them off, and now you're able to walk fully, and you didn't even know you had a switch or a strut in your walk because you could never walk properly the way you wanted to. You are in a growth period of greatness, Taurus. You're discovering how great you are where you didn't even know. So let's not complain about the small shit. Let's not complain about it, because you're moving in the direction of where you've been asking to go. And it's not like things had not been showing up for you, because they have been showing up for you, but you couldn't even show reverence for them because you had the wool over your eyes. You were still completely confused. And that's okay, because now you're moving in a different direction, Taurus. It's like some of you wake up angry, Taurus, and you don't know why. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's move out of this energy, and let's understand your greatness. Because some of you, I don't know if it's been for the past few days, just wake up with attitude. What's wrong with you? I don't know. Girl, go back to bed. Boy, go back to bed. You don't even know why you didn't woke up with this attitude. It's probably because you're getting chastised and you're sleeping by the spirit, or you're working too hard in the spirit while you're sleeping, or you're not getting enough rest. Something may be weighing on some of the Tauruses that actually, honestly, reason why you're waking up under this kind of energy, like you're not saying something. It's something that you need to say because it's resting heavily on your soul and on your heart space, and you're not like saying it. You know what I mean? Like you're not saying it. Like, say for example, if you are a male Taurus and you feel like you waking up with an attitude, or you're waking up aggravated every day, and it's because you really want to tell her to stop putting your toothbrush next to her toothbrush like that, because you don't like her bristles touching your bristles, but you're afraid she might, or like you really want to tell her to stop using this washcloth for 2 weeks straight when she should just be changing out. Like whatever that is, something is aggravating the fuck out of you, Taurus. And that is why you are waking up inside of this energy, because you're not speaking what's directly on your heart. Just say it. I absolutely, absolutely. What is that? Trontaneous. Like some of you are aggravated because you're not working the job you want. You're not living fully and stepping fully into it. And now that your eyes are being unveiled, you're seeing exactly where you are. And because you're now seeing exactly where you are, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I thought I would be somewhere else. All you got to do is start to put the pieces into place, because you're great manifestors. Okay. So start to put those pieces into place to change inside of the direction of where you want to go. Now, some of you have a different aggravation, and that's because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, because you really wanted a different, like a different car, a different wardrobe, and you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. How about no, not right now? Just not right now, Taurus. Sit in where you are and love it, own it. Okay. So whatever changes you can make, that you need to make it, Taurus. But really, really, like love where you are, love yourself, understand your greatness, understand just because you got a little belly don't mean you ain't sexy. If you don't like the belly, you got to do something about the belly. And I take that. So let's say Scorpio too. Okay. Let's look at the finances. Finances are on the come up, kind of slow. Kind of slow. I feel like some of you may collect some of the stuff that was owed to you. Like you may have loaned money out about 6 months ago, and you hoping to finally get that $150 that you didn't loan out to somebody. But I feel like your finances are coming up kind of slowly, but they will be all right. You're not in a bad place. You may have had to, or may need to borrow a couple dollars from someone, just because somebody didn't owed you money and ain't paid you your money back. You might have to go borrow your money back from that person. Can I borrow $150 that I paid to you? Can I borrow it back? Like you may need to borrow some fucking money. Okay. Period. So far as the love relationships go, single inside of relationships, I just feel like we're in a space and period of sitting with self and a self of appreciation, and actually appreciating what your spouse brings to your life as well. Sometimes we forget that, Taurus, and I feel like you're in a space right now where you kind of need to show appreciation for even what that person brings. Now, some of you Tauruses that are in relationships and you trying to find the appreciation of what your spouse brings, you may have to go a little deeper because you're so aggravated about how he ain't brushing his teeth properly, or you just trying to figure out at what point he started changing his hygiene, because at what point did he stop wanting to go out. Like, you trying to find the appreciation because he ain't moved off the couch in a month. I understand you trying to find that appreciation, but listen, when you're looking for the appreciation, it's probably going to tell some of the Tauruses of where they need to be, because sometimes their relationship ain't for you and you may just need to look at it. That's all. That's all. That's all. Okay. Cancer. Cancer. They say genuine and disingenuous because it feels like you're very genuine, but like you also need to say something. Like you kind of need to say what's also like on your heart to say as well. And it doesn't feel like it's a big thing. It could be very much something like, friend, I love you, but I feel like you're too angry all the time, friend. Stop letting shit get to you, friend. It seems like you're reacting in a negative way a lot, friend. That's okay. Sometimes you're gonna have to say that shit. It feels like there is some procrastination a little bit, Cancer. But when I say that, it feels like you're doing a whole bunch of different things, but for some of the other things there's procrastination there, where you're going to have to move outside of that space. For example, if you know that you're supposed to take a trip for business, to do something for business, you probably need to go ahead and book your ticket, or probably need to go ahead and gas the car up and make that move and take that trip, because I feel like that trip may open you up to something else business wise, or open you up to something different or something great. So no procrastination right now. Like, you need to really put your best foot forward here. It feels like some of the cancers are wanting to like re-express themselves in a love way. Like, honey, don't you want to renew our vows? Let's take a trip to Cancun or to the Bahamas, and let's just stand on the beach and profess our love to each other. Like, it feels like some of the cancers are wanting to like re-fall in love, and that could be falling in love with yourself again, like changing your hair, changing your makeup. It feels like in the next few weeks, Cancer, you are going to need to or want to like rediscover, re-fall in love, redo some things, Cancer. Like, cut your hair, fall in love. Just don't go to Mexico. um, Fall in love, again with self, with spouse. Rebuild the friendship and bond with your child. It feels like there's a reconnection. There may be a reconnection inside of spirit's energy, reconnecting with your ancestors, setting up your altar. It feels like a rediscovery of your growth, of your power as well, Cancer. Like, some of the cancers, I feel like you always thought that like wearing beads on your arms was stupid, but you put some on and you felt hellified balanced. Now you're trying to discover more about your spirituality because you didn't know what that was. So it just feels like Cancer, there's a rediscovery of self. It feels like some cancers had never masturbated before, but you accidentally touched yourself and now you can't stop. It feels like a rediscovery of self. And no, I didn't make that up. I actually just seen that in my head. Hmm. That's all right. I know y'all thinking like ain't never masturbated for, but for real, not everybody does it. But it feels like a rediscovery of some shit of yourself. Because I feel like, honestly, it feels like cancer is rediscovering sexuality for themselves. Like, like if they've never been like very adventurous inside of the bedroom or very adventurous inside of, being comfortable with sex. You know what I'm saying? It feels like some of the cancers are rediscovering self, like, ooh, babe, I forgot I like when you do that. Do that again. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never flipped over and like you want to hit me from the back. I ain't never like they're feeling very like sexual or feeling very erotic and wanting to try new things. Like put your thumb in my butt. Like it's a rediscovering of self. And it feels like rediscovering sexually. And that's okay. Yeah, put your thumb in my butt. I don't know. Girl, that's you. You like the thumb in the butt, Anita. Be quiet. You like the thumb in the butt or something. You ain't got to rediscover it then, Anita, because you is always fully in that action then, girl. So it feels like some of the cancers are just being like very wanting to discover more things about themselves or acknowledging themselves sexually. Okay, let me understand. For some of the cancers, like no need to wait around. There's something about wanting a different situation with one of your parents to happen. Like I keep wanting to say no more waiting around for that. Um, because it feels like some of the cancers are not having a good situation with the parentals, and it's like, you know what, I see that you're never going to change, dad. I see you're never going to change, mom. But I have to accept that that's who you are, and because of that, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from over here. Like it feels like there's some changing or some accepting coming up in the next few weeks for the cancer when it has to do with your parentals. Now, let me say this too, because it could be a cancer having to make that understanding for your own child as well. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Anita. For your own child as well, like, oh, okay, son, I see that you just gonna keep doing what you want to do, so I can't keep bailing you out. Like you're gonna have to make a decision concerning like your child or your parentals. And cancer, that very first message also could be for one of your parentals or for one of your child, like something that you've been sitting on, or that you're needing to say, like, please show up to me a little differently. You know what I mean? It could be that as well, so cancer, you're gonna have to just address some things, but I feel like business wise or work wise, like put your foot the pedal to the metal. Things are going to be changing in the business area, um in a way that you might not even see coming. Like it feels like just very, I don't know, because it almost feels like a different, either a business idea or your spouse comes into a different business or a change of a job. It just feels like that. But if you're needing to take a trip, please do that, whatever that is. Okay. Far as the finances go, I think we already kind of talked about it, but um, it feels like they were down and now they're coming up, but we still have not come, like, broke the surface of where we're wanting our finances to be. But I feel like really don't stress on it because it's going to be all right. I also feel like some of the cancers have just left their jobs, quit their jobs, or will be leaving their jobs. And that's going to be a scary thing, or is a scary thing. But please keep your faith about you because it's going to be all right. Now, I don't have much more messages for like the love relationships except for this Cancer. If your spouse is willing to do something that you're either normally doing or that you're used to doing, I don't care if that's like cleaning up or, taking a child to school. If your spouse is willing to do it, let them do it. Let your spouse do it. Allow your spouse to step forward and show more like responsibility or doing more things. Like allow your spouse to come in and help you in some way where you may have been hindering them from the beginning. Okay. Gratitude. Libra. Libra, Spirit says it's time for you to take that chance and make that move. We normally would say don't dive in head first, but it almost feels like you may need to dive in head first. It feels like some of the Libras have been weighing your option about moving or like switching jobs or starting something, and it's like you're fearful, but like whatever that is, like take this chance and let's put the pedal to the metal for you as well, Libra, because like if you don't take a risk, you're never going to know what the reward is. So also Libra, no more bringing back old old relationships. So this is for some of the singles. Um, no more bringing back old relationships. That could be domestic relationships. That could be friendships. No more bringing back problems from the past. Whatever is dead in the past, allow that shit to rest. Well, my ex then reached out to me and, she kind of, we went through some things, but I think she may be, I think she may not be. Leave it where it's at. It wasn't worth it then. Why would you take a chance on it now? If it was going to be good then, they should have made it good then, because now you are moving in a different energy space. Stop rehashing old situations. If you have not fully addressed something with someone in your life, then you need to just either just leave it be or finally address it. But know that when you finally address it, things are going to shift, things are going to change, which is what you've been avoiding, but sometimes you cannot help it. So either let sleeping dogs rest or put on your running shoes, bitch. And that's just real. Either let sleeping dogs rest, and some of you can't because you're feeling out of balance. I feel like I just need to give it one more opportunity. I just need to sing. No, you're just being selfish because you kind of want what you want and you really wanted that to work out. And now you just in hopes blindly that it's going to be something different. But in your soul, you know that it's not. That's why you didn't call two of your friends talking about something. Do you think Sam gonna be different? No, no. He, she, they is not. So now let's go forward, Libra. Some of you are getting ready to be changing gears, and I feel like it is like a promotion or an acceleration to like a business degree or starting school. Like where I was a STNA, and I think I'm gonna do LPN to RN. Like, but I think I'm gonna take the course where I only gotta go to one class every 30 days, and like it's an accelerated program. Like some things are getting ready to be put into a different gear. You are going to be like changing something in your life. Um, Now, some of the change is also, and I think this is also why Spirit is saying either let sleeping dogs lie or put your running shoes on. Like you're gonna have to make that move, because some of you have caught your spouses cheating, or you have caught some information, or you know some things and you keep trying to ignore it. And listen, as long as you're ignoring it and you're lying, allowing sleeping dogs to lie, then you're just gonna have to lie and catch the fleas, because if you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. So you need to make some decisions as well. But listen, make that move, baby. Like you're gonna have to do some things. Honestly. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. I feel like a couple Libras are actually moving though. And I feel like the taking of the chance is because you're not as sure if you and your family, you and your spouse can afford it, but it's something you really want to do. And I feel like maybe you need to take that chance to move in there, because you may discover that you have enough room now to start that business that you have been putting on the back burner, Libra. You know? So take the chance and make these moves. Um, some of you are picking up a second job, working two jobs, or going to be working a job and doing the business. And some of that is like delivering plates, doing food, selling food out the house, delivering products to people, or some sort of courier service. It feels like you're going to be like doing a lot of driving or moving, or you have some sort of driving job. There is a couple Libras that have a great idea or invention, and you're very scared to put it out there. You're very scared to act on it, or very scared to move on it, and you need to. But if, of course, if you're inventing something, you need to make sure you have that patent, utility patent, whatever that is. You need to get it patent pending. But if it is a business that you're kind of like, I think I could own and start my own newspaper company. I think I could. I could start my own courier service where I'm actually like. I think I could be my own Uber, but like start my own Uber company when I have different cars and people work for me. Like whatever that is. Like yes, like just put it out there. See what it looks like on paper. Make it functional first. See it on paper first. Take it out of your mind first, and then put it down, and then go forward. Go for it. It feels like some of the single Libras are touching themselves a lot, which I don't mind. Send me a video. Just kidding, but I'm not, but I am. Not. Some of the Libras are like are almost like the other zodiac, where they're feeling kind of sexual in nature, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I almost feel like relax. You know what I'm saying? Relax. What? What I said, y'all? Hmm. I got to address this, Libra, because inside of the sexual energy, what I actually keep seeing is there's some Libra or some Libra, and I've had to say this to a Libra before, or in the readings before for the Libras. Um, there is some sneaking going on. Like either you broke up with your child's father, or you broke up with your ex and you know that he's with somebody else, but y'all are still actively having sex. Like there are some Libras that are sneaking, um and I hate to say sneaking because we're adults, but you are sneaking, like having sex with someone that you should not be. And I don't know if that is like your friends, somebody, or like an ex to somebody, or your ex. Like you are actively doing something sexual that you know that could be costly, just like the Virgo. Just like the Virgo. Yes, 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 yes. Now, I have to be very specific because do not, and it's so funny that I said send me a video because I was really playing not, but like some of you are being very exploitive. Like you are, not I said captain, but because I feel like I'm being very specific because I'm talking to very specific Libra. Like you have made a movie or you have done something where it was caught on camera. Like I don't know if you are fucking your manager at work and it was caught on camera in the back room because you thought you were sneaking. But please remember what I just said to you. I feel like you have been caught and you don't know it, or it has been seen and you don't know it. Like it's something about you doing something like you were sneaking and it's actually being seen, or somebody recorded you and you don't know it. Remember, I'm saying that to you, Libra. Leo. Leo. Let me say this real quick too to the Libras before I go into Leo. Libra, there's a specific Leo too. I mean Libra outside of that. Libra, there's a specific Libra that you have your eye on someone, you have a crush on someone, and you have not told that person, and you need to because you don't know how that person is going to react. So Libra, before I go into my Leos, Libra, there's a Libra that has a crush on someone or is feeling someone and you have not told them, and you probably should just to see what it looks like. Anyway, Leo, 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 Leo. Ooh. Mm. Mm. I kind of talked about the finances in the beginning. Okay. Leo, Leo. It feels like the Leo is not trusting themselves. You're kind of being lazy. Um, like some of you kind of decided to take a rest and have downtime, but have not found your way back to being active. Your monies, I thought I talked about it in the beginning. Did I not talk about it for the Libras in the beginning? Let me see. Okay, so if I did not talk about the Libras money in the beginning, let me just say it because I feel like I thought I talked about changing of the jobs or getting a new job or increasing inside of that. But it also feels like don't take a chance or spend your money on something because it feels like it could put you back in the red in some way. So I feel like right now we're at a good wave of currency coming in Libra. But it also feels like don't spend your money recklessly or don't take a financial chance because it could put you back. It could put you back, Libra. It could put you back. But I feel like the dollars, like dollar for dollar, like start saving up your money, even if you can only save a couple dollars here and there, Libra. But like, don't put your all your eggs in one basket or something, because I feel like that's gonna set you back. Okay. Now, Leos, stop being lazy, Leos. It feels like some of you have gotten in the bed and don't know how to get out of it. Like it's almost like a woe is me kind of thing going on for the Leo. Kind of a woe is me, Leo. Let's look at it. It feels like some of you don't want to disappoint. And so because you're afraid of disappointing yourself or making a wrong move, Leo, it feels like you're not moving. Like I don't want to disappoint you, Huda. I don't know. Like I don't know what to do. Like you just need to do and move and stop worrying about like y'all are so sometimes emotionally dysfunctional, child. Either y'all are very egotistical or you're down in the dumps. Like really. I feel like a lot of the Leos have some business ventures or ideas that you're sitting on. You're not really moving on it. Like you've been, um, yeah, I got somebody working on my logo for like 2 or 3 months, but the logo ain't logoing. You know, like I'm building my brand right now, but you're not. The brand is not branding. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't tell this motherfucker to finish your logo already, come on now. Like you have to step out here now. I feel like some of the Leos have been sidetracked or distracted by the relationship or ending of a relationship, like you're inside of a depression because of some sort of relationship or the ending of one, even if you ended it. It's almost like this energy, like and take full advantage of this energy from the full moon or whatever this is, because it feels like the Leos are feeling outside of themselves. Like I just ain't feeling like myself. I don't even know, guy. You know, my nigga, I don't even know why I ain't feeling like myself. You know, my mind is everywhere. Like because you're not also being active as to what you should be. Like get out of that space of woe is me, or like I don't really know. Stop telling yourself you don't know, because you do know. You do know. I feel like some of the Leos are putting things on hold for the sake of the spouse. Like, I told her I would watch the kids while she in nursing school, but I really got this thing I need to be doing. Like, yes, this is your babies. You're supposed to be watching the babies, but like if spirit is moving on your soul right now to tell you that, we need to see if we can make other arrangements for the children so you can do and follow your goal and your dream too, you need to do that. I also feel like the Leos is driving themselves crazy inside of some of these relationships. Like, uh-huh. So it took you 20 minutes to get home, but it usually take you 15. Right. So you ain't. So I mean, if you seeing somebody, just say you seeing somebody. If you don't want to be here, just say you don't want to be. Like, knock it the fuck off. Knock it the fuck off. You probably are getting on your nerve and they nerve too. Seriously. You're not a detective. Just sit quiet. If you feel like your spouse is doing something, just sit quiet. It'll show itself eventually. Leos, good grief. Because some of you are in your head to where you want to do something like, yeah, she a nurse. No, man, she in nursing school. Well, I feel like she ain't always. I don't know. I feel like somebody, some nigga in this thing. You know what I mean? Like, just stop. You need to occupy your mind, occupy your time. Step fully out in what you're wanting to do. Whatever it is, if it's something there, it will show itself. You know what I'm saying? You said you was going to get in the gym. Go to the gym. You keep walking around looking at yourself in the mirror, ain't seen your dick in a long time. It's all right. Go to the gym. It's okay. Go to the gym. And that goes for the females too. If you're feeling like, you need to figure out what to do to feel better about yourself, do that. Because you definitely can't say you want to lose weight and then go purchase a pack of Oreos. Let me say that to the Scorpios too, because shit, I keep eating the hell out of some Oreos. Child, I almost said I'm eating some Scorpios, but bitch, hey, how you doing? I'm not. I need to be. I'm not. I'm not eating nobody. But anyway, um, Leos, Leos. Let me find out y'all out here eating Scorpios like Oreos. Y'all ain't on my doorstep. Why not? Um, let's look at some of the finances, Leos. Well, some of you need to pull the trigger on some of these business ventures so you can see where you've been putting your money in. Because again, you're paying for like studio time, and you just in there recording songs, and you ain't making no albums. Like, come on and pull the trigger on some of these things so your finances can come up. You know what I'm saying? What y'all laughing at? What I said? Some of you need to start to put your money where your mouth is, Leo, and don't spend so frivolously. Um, because right now it just looks like it's a standstill, honestly, for the next few weeks, like a standstill. Like, it's not really going down, it's not really going up. It's just like a even kill, breaking even. I get some money, I pay it out, but it comes right back to me, so I'm still sitting on the same amount of money. Like, it just feels like it's an even thing. Some of you Leos need to start in going into your spiritual bag. You need to start your spiritual work. You need to put a candle and a glass of water up on a table and say that's your altar, and just pay reverence so you can start to see your spirit grow. Because some of you are not able to get out this bed because your soul is bored as fuck with your life. You're not being actively spiritually. You're trying to figure out if you still wanting to be in the church, but come out the fuck out of there, please, so you can be happy inside of self. You're feeling bad because you really like women, but everybody in your family don't approve of gay people, so you ain't living your life. Like, knock it the fuck off, Leos. Knock it off. Your soul is bored. Your soul is calling out. Your soul wants something different. Your soul wants to not even just take a trip. Your soul wants to figure out what's new. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's go. Make your soul and your spirit happy. Get active. Well, let me just see what it'll take to do this. Let me just see if I can do this. Like, just see. Sometimes you got to just see. Leo, I feel like you're not just seeing, okay? So your finances is at an even kill. Some of the Leos that are single, some of you are going into situationships, friendships of sexual benefits, and just kind of playing the field, which is fine. But don't get in your feelings when you know, singles, that this is just a situationship. When you know this is just a situationship, do not go into your feelings, because you already knew what it was going in. Now, some of the Leos that are in relationships, Spirit says try again next month because they sick of y'all complaining. So y'all must be really getting on y'all spouse's nerve, child. Y'all must be really complaining inside y'all relationship, just angry and just what? What? Why you keep looking at me like that? Probably because you done took your ponytail out 2 days ago and your hair's still standing up like that. Like it's still in that ponytail. And you walking around, you didn't cleaned up and everything, but you still looking the same way after you didn't cleaned up and put the kids in the shower and you ain't did shit. So they keep looking at you like that. That's what the fuck what. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Aries. Aries. I mean, walking around with this same undone ponytail with this oversized t-shirt and his boxer shorts or boy shorts on. Girl, go do something. Aries, let's see Aries. Aries, for some reason, Spirit says star of the month. Good for you, because it don't even necessarily feel like you are. It feels like you're moving spiritually in a different way. You still cute though, cause period. So every spirit is sending you a love of gratitude because you're growing, you're moving in a certain way. Spirit is giving you the star of the month, Aries. It's something about just the way you're growing spiritually, like you're gaining understanding, you're gaining knowledge. So good for you. It just kind of hit me what that might be for some of the Aries too. Oh, gratitude. It feels like it's a large wanting to be different, taking accountability, doing some things differently, um, like walking with your head up, even if you know, handle something incorrectly. And so you are getting the star of the month, and that makes so much sense. I swear it does. Gratitude to the soul and to the spirit. Um, Aries is actually going to be money coming to you. Just kind of seems like out of the blue, opportunities going to be dropped in your lap out of the blue. Um, People going to ask you to go here or go there or do some things out of the blue. Like I feel like continue on in your journey of where you're heading to, Aries, because it feels like you have discovered something about yourself that you did not know, and now it's going to make you walk with a straighter back. You're going to walk taller. Some of the Aries are going to be positioning themselves in such a way that it may be it's going to present opportunities of either love or opportunities of financial growth. So position yourself properly because the positioning is going to be positioning for you, Aries. It's almost like if you pass one opportunity because you didn't know. Let's go into the Bible just a little bit, where they say, what was the person? Was it Jonah or something that was on the waters and was waiting on God to send relief and come save them? And some boats came and he was like, nah, I'm just going to wait on God. And God had sent them boats or whatever that is or whatever they had said. But I'm just saying it like this, Aries, because don't pass your opportunities. If the opportunity presents itself, it's all right to take it. You know what I'm saying? But if you pass on one, just know that another boat is going to be coming. Another boat will be coming. But make sure you're looking at the boat. Make sure you're seeing who's in the boat. You don't want to get on the boat with a bitch you don't even like. So make sure you're positioning yourself to success. Aries is about also understanding yourself in the spirit, understanding your spirituality and how you are connecting inside of your soul's energy, connected to I don't want to say religious, but I'm gonna say spirituality. And understanding that because where you may have been questioning some things, it feels like you've come into a revelation on some things. Also, Aries, some of you are going to be backed into a corner, but it feels like when you're backed into the corner, you're going to discover something about yourself. You don't always have to come out of that corner swinging. You don't always have to come out swinging. Sometimes the way that you come out the corner will depend on your success. Because sometimes if you come out of the corner swinging, you might, you don't know, you might have been swinging and it was nothing but children right there. You done knocked out all of the 7-year olds. You don't know. So you got to watch how you come out of this corner. Now, I have to say this because Aries, I also feel like because you are the star of the month, you're getting ready to be tested. And maybe that's the corner that you're going to be pushed into, because some of it feels like a family dynamic, like something with your family. It's going to be something with your parents. It's going to be something with you putting some shit to bed, putting some shit to rest, finally walking away from a situation, closing the chapter, closing the door, understanding like that's not going to change, or I need to show up like this to this situation with the family or to the parents. Like, there's going to be a lot of self-discovery and tests that is happening. Okay, Aries. Some of you feel like you're a German Shepherd. Some of you feel like you're a pit bull, but sometimes it's all right to just be a poodle. Sometimes it's okay to just be a poodle, bitch, and like to flip over and like to get your belly rubbed a little bit. It's all right. Sometimes you have to approach a situation a little differently. Don't always think somebody knows what you're thinking either, Aries, okay? That is so interesting about the boats and shit coming, like an opportunity on top of opportunity. And it could be a vast different things. Like, it don't just mean we're talking about money here when we're talking about an opportunity that's coming that you may have to pass, but another opportunity will come. It doesn't mean that that's necessarily finances. That could be something different. I want you to remember that we're saying that, okay? Now, for some of the Aries, I swear I feel like you're going to be tested because it feels like your mom has told something, or your sister has told something, or something comes out, and it just feels like you're tested, but it's going to be about how you show up to the test. And don't worry about it, because it's going to be okay. Let's look at the love life, please, and the finances. Finances for the Aries. I feel like you're going to be coming out of pocket for a lot of things. But again, I feel like you're positioning yourself for financial growth. So like whatever you're going to have to spend, just spend the shit, and don't cry about it. Spend it with good heart so it'll come back to you. Because like you're going to be coming out of pocket, because I literally see money just falling out of the pockets, and this look like you're confused, like what's happening. You're going to be having to spend some money, but you're positioning yourself to be put in another position to where you won't experience this again, or you won't experience this for a long time. So don't worry about it, because there are going to be opportunities happening, but you can't hold on to it, Muslim. You're going to have to spend it, because it's going to come back to you. Spend it with a good heart. And that don't mean like you just got to be stupid or frivolous. It feels like there are going to be things that come up to where you're going to have to spend it. And just know it's all right to do so. Singles. Some of you are going to be propositioned with relationships. Like, I think I'm feeling you. Like, what you want to do? You want to make this situationship a thing? Like, we want to, let's want some keys. Let's move in together. Let's see. Like, it's gonna be all right. Like, some of you, and it's all right again to take the opportunity to just see what it is. Don't mean that's gonna be your husband or your wife, but if you don't take the chance to see what it is, you're never gonna know. So some of my singles are going to be sent love relationships or opportunities for that. Aries, let's see. Some of you Aries is getting your box knocked out, and that's all right. I wish, but some of you are getting your boxes knocked out, and it's all right. Do what you want to do. Don't feel guilty about it. But I have to tell you, just like the Leo, and again, I have to say, like y'all, the Aries, don't put your feelings into it when you know it's a situationship. You know, so if you're having fun getting your box knocked out or you're knocking boxes out, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but don't try to make it something that it isn't. You have to accept it for what it is. Those that are already in love relationships, um, I feel like you're going to be like not giving ultimatums, but it just feels like some truth is going to come to you in a situation of, I think I want to walk away from the relationship, or I think we need to look at divorce, or either we go to counseling, or something. Like it feels like some of the Aries relationships are coming to a screeching halt, and some of you did not see it coming. Like you really thought everything was good, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like, bitch, what? We just came back from Disney World. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, you're going to be presented with some things, and that's okay. So I really feel like right now for the Aries, it is time for you to just balance yourself inside of your relationships. Look at it, see what your relationships are. Don't be blinded. You know, just really pay attention to what's happening, so you're not overlooking maybe how you're showing up or how someone is showing up to you, or the signs of that there's an issue here. So pay attention to your relationships, Aries. Okay. And last but not least, Gemini. Sometimes two heads are better than one. And that could be sexually too. I don't know where my mind is at today, but that could be sexually too. I mean, that sounds amazing. Seriously, it sounds amazing. And Gemini, sometimes two heads are better than one. Especially if you're not seeing yourself fully. Sometimes it takes someone else to step in and show you your greatness, or tell you your greatness, or put something into perspective for you. I need to say to the Gemini that you don't know everything, and what you thought you knew, you may not fully know. You know what I mean? So, like, sometimes it takes someone else, um, and that could be you reaching out to someone like, hey, what do you think about this? Just getting an opinion from someone that you trust. Sometimes two heads are better than one. I feel like you may be giving just a little bit too much of yourself, and not getting some of that in return. You know what I mean? Gemini, like, I want you to address things, but I want you to address them in a healthy way, because I feel like you've been sitting on some things, or you need to say some things, but you need to just say them, just get it off your chest, but say it in a healthy way, Gemini. I feel like some of you having a eating issue, where either you're overeating, but I keep feeling like either you need to push back from the table and don't solve your problems with food, or you're stressed out and so you're not eating. But either way, like, we need to address the food or the eating thing or the eating issue. Okay. Some of you just need to change up the diet and implement more of a vegetarian lifestyle inside of the diet, just bringing forth more vegetation. I need to say that too for the Cancer, for the Scorpio, for the Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, and Taurus. Damn near all of us, but those are the ones I need to acknowledge highly. Um, Gemini, someone has been playing on your top, or you're playing on someone else's top, but I really feel like someone is playing on your top, and it almost feels like a return of some energy or a get back to where you may have, it may be karma, I don't know, but it just feels like someone is not showing up to you correctly, or someone is not being quite honest, and it's driving you crazy, like it's really really getting on your nerves. I feel like it almost makes you question yourself, or you're questioning your behavior. I thought I was showing up different this time. I thought I was doing something different this time. Why is this happening? Because someone is playing either mind games or heart games, or they're like just not showing up to you properly and correctly. Like it feels like every time something important is coming up, this person shows up in a fucked up way, which puts you in the wrong headspace. Like, oh, I have a test today for my college course, and this person, as soon as you get up, now it's an argument. Now you're in a bad headspace. It feels like this person is doing shit on purpose, bro. Like I feel like we're talking about like when Thanksgiving came around, even though I don't celebrate the shit, but follow me. Thanksgiving came around when like, are we going to your people's house? Yeah, we going to your people's house. Like now we supposed to go there. Now it's an argument as we getting in the car, and so we didn't get to do that shit. Now Valentine's Day is a problem. You know what I mean? Like you don't even celebrate fucking Lucky Charm, bitch. Like, and it feels like I'm nervous that St. Patrick's Day is coming up because you might act the fuck out of crazy, because it feels like every time something is coming up, an event and something important, like something is happening. Like somebody's showing up to you incorrectly, and it don't mean it's necessarily a love relationship. It could be a friendship, it could be a work situation, it could be your sibling. Like you could be at work, and every time you have a presentation, you find out that this bitch keeps saying fucked up shit about you, and you feel like she's trying to sabotage your job. Someone is playing on your top. Mm. Hate to hear that, Natisha. But Gemini, I have to say this because I feel like this is where your accountability comes in at, because you're recognizing it and you're not putting your foot down. You're not speaking on it. You're kind of just like taking note of it. And sometimes to take note of it is good, but how many notes are you going to take? Or you're the one that's doing this, or you're displaying this behavior. How many times you're going to keep showing up to people in this way? You said we was getting married, and a week before we supposed to fly out to Vegas and get married, bitch. You didn't start a whole argument. Now we done broke up. Now we broke up all the way to the summer, bitch. But you really knew you wasn't ready to get married. Instead of you saying that this is what it is, like you have to not play on their top and not allow someone to play on your fucking top either. Mixed signals like a motherfucker. Like be honest and be truthful. If you don't want to start the beauty business with your cousin, you need to say that. I really want to do my own lipstick line and my hairline by myself, but my cousin want me to do this, but you done already said you would. Stop doing that. Be honest about it. Because right now, this is what's counting. So in the next few weeks, you need to put yourself to the forefront and actually stop showing up that way. Because see, that means you're playing on somebody's top too. So either you got to stop allowing people to show up to you like that, or you need to stop showing up to people that way. Period. Let's look at the finances. I feel like some of you are saving money, like actually able to save money. Um, and it's in some ways that's how you playing on somebody else's top, because you are sitting on your money and you like, I'm broke, and then they sending you some money, or they giving you some money, or you know when you need them, they may be there for you. But now that you feel like you're in a space of trying to save money and they need you, you're like, I ain't even got it. But you didn't forget what a motherfucker done did for you. Don't do that. Yeah, I ain't saying you got to go into your stash, but I'm just saying if somebody has helped you, help them. You know what I mean? But if you don't really need the money, you understand me, and you telling people you broke and they giving you money, and you know you don't need it. Don't be that kind of motherfucker too. Okay? Don't be allowing your boyfriend, girlfriend to spend all their money on you when you ain't really spending your money back on them. Now, I also feel like there's a situation that may come about, Gemini, where where you may want to blow your top, but I want you to keep your wits about you, because it almost feels like you're in front of people or you're around people and you feel like this person or your spouse has said something to embarrass you or put you out there in some capacity, and you're like, why the fuck would you say that? You couldn't have said that at home. Like, it just feels like, don't blow your top, because again, sometimes people like to push a button. Okay. Also, don't do that to anyone either, because you may also put somebody out there. But you know what I'm saying? Just be cautious and careful how you let people show up to you and how you showing up to people, because that's some bullshit. Gemini singles. I feel like right now, some of you really need to be single and just readdress some things going on inside of self. Because some of you, I feel like you're single every other day because you're breaking up with people or they're breaking up with you. And so, some of the energy of the singles, you just really should the fuck be single and by yourself and relax a little bit. Um, because I feel like some of you are going through stuff. Now, some of you are just entering into situationships that feels good to you. So allow yourself to just enjoy, like having someone, a companion, talking, dating. Like that's okay. But I also feel like some of what I was talking about is because you got a sugar daddy, a sugar mama, somebody's giving you some money. Okay. And you don't really know what their situation is. So, you know, they may be facing something business wise, but you still playing broke and they really like you and just kind of want to help you. So they're giving you money, you know what I mean? But if you don't really need it, don't taint yourself in their eyes like that, because you don't know how they're thinking. So, you know, if you got somebody that's just like sugar mama and you're a sugar daddy and you know, they may see something more in you. So don't just always play that card, my singles. For my Geminis in love relationships, I just feel like some of the Geminis in relationships is wacky tacky like a motherfucker. Like really what we just discussed and talked about playing on people emotions and tops. Like there's need to be a set communication going forth of what is expected from each other in relationships, because some of you don't even see that the relationship is deadening or ending. And some of them are new and some of them you've been in them for a while. And it's just like we're just ships passing each other in the night. Like, I don't really like you, but I love you. Don't know why we still together, but I don't know how to cheat because I'm not a cheater. Like, it's just like a lot. But it just feels like some of you are starting a different business or wanting to do something different. It just feels like some of the Geminis are in relationships are growing apart. Like, I want to start my own graphics company. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, you want me to do this, and that's not really what I want to do. You feel like I should have a 9 to 5, but I know that I need to focus and put all my time and effort in building this graphics company because I believe in it. But your spouse don't want you to do that, or you are that spouse that don't want them to do that. You know what I mean? But sometimes we're growing apart and we don't recognize it until it's done. And we're holding on to things. Some of us are just roommates in the same house. So communication about where we're going, where we need to be, don't play on each other's tops. Those Geminis are in love relationships, okay? Yes. Oh my God. Let me see. Is that it? Some of my Geminis, let me say this too. I honestly feel like you're going to be presented again with like a business kind of thing, or you're going to be going into something business wise. And I feel like trust yourself on that. So again, if you're not wanting to go into business with someone, trust yourself to do it by yourself. Or trust a new job, because some of you may be offered a job, but I have to go to a different city or state. Like, trust yourself that you're going to make the right decision. So if you're having to go to a different city or state for this job, you know, go with the flow. Go with the flow and just see what that is for you. Because sometimes we have to. And I understand that some of us are being presented with these opportunities and we are in relationships and you really want to take the job because you know what it could do for your future. And your spouse is like, no, we're here. Well, I'm not moving. Well, they not moving, but you need to be. You need to. Okay. So I send love to everyone. This has been the March 2023 horoscopes. I show gratitude for coming in yesterday and staying the course of the impromptu Bible study. And I love you all for to life and for life. I show gratitude, y'all. Gratitude, everyone.